welcome to a very special edition of Espacio Inspira. Today we are in Poland, we are in Warsaw, and we have the enormous privilege to be with one Ukrainian refugee who is living now here in Warsaw. Maybe you are aware that BUPA is supporting some help to Ukrainian refugees, and we are today with one of those doctors, Ukrainian doctors, who are serving these refugees. Welcome, and thank you for coming. Well, my first question is, what kind of life, because now you are living here with your family, what kind of life you had in the past before the war?
Yes, now I live in Poland, but before the war broke out, I used to live in Ukraine, close to the Polish border, in the Wołyń region, in my hometown Ratne. And after that, on the 26th of February 2022, I had to move to Poland along with my family, but I do miss my previous place where I used to live, where there were forests and lakes, and that's the place I long for.
But now you are living here with your whole family?
One of my daughters with her children and my mother live together with me here, and one of my daughters lived in Italy, and the other daughter joined her there.
And I guess that maybe some relatives are still living in Ukraine?
Further relatives, like some cousins and aunts, still living in Ukraine. One of my sons-in-law still lives in Ukraine.
How is he?
So far, so good. He is not in active military service, but he does work as a volunteer. He does visit every 2 months because his wife and children are here in Poland, but then he comes back and lives in Irpień, which is a place which currently does not have everything that you need to be able to live normally.
Well, you mentioned before February 2022, some weeks earlier. Well, we can hear that maybe anything could happen in Ukraine, but at least from the rest of the war, probably we didn't expect that something like that could happen. Do you think that were you more aware than what we are that anything like this could happen in Ukraine?
This is something that I couldn't foresee in my worst nightmares. My family was totally surprised. It came out of the blue. I still remember when my children called me at 6 a.m. in the morning and said that bombs are being shot, and this was something that I just could not believe in.
You mentioned before, I thought you said February 26th. You decided very, very fast to leave Ukraine, or it took some time for you and your family to leave, or how did you leave at that moment? That was totally a surprise for you and your family.
So this was a decision that was taken by the entire family together. First, my children who lived in Kiev immediately decided to move to the western part where we were living with my husband. And then we gradually decided that we have to move on. First, we thought about Italy, because that's where at that point one of my daughters was already living. But almost everyone in my family knows Polish, and we thought about simply going across the Polish border. So on the 24th in the evening, my children already joined me from Kiev, and we were closer to the Polish border. And on the 25th, we were already at the Polish border waiting to cross to Poland.
Well, now we changed the topic. As I said at the beginning, now you are working here in Poland as a doctor for BUPA, and you used to work as a doctor in Ukraine. Why did you decide to become a doctor?
I have always wanted to be a doctor, probably because I have always been surrounded by healthcare professionals. My mom, my auntie, my other auntie, my neighbor have been nurses, and I spent a lot of time growing up in hospitals, in healthcare facilities. So when I got older and it was time to choose my university, my profession, there was never a doubt that it should be medicine. And I've always loved being a doctor. I've always loved being able to help other people, and I've never regretted choosing this profession. In Ukraine, you retire when you turn 55. So I haven't been practicing medicine for some time before coming to Poland. But now I am grateful for the opportunity that I can get back on the horse and help patients here in Poland.
Well, I remember 1 year ago that Bupa started to collaborate, to support, to give healthcare services to Ukrainian refugees. I remember our chairman Roger Davis visiting Warsaw, also our CEO, global CEO Iñaki Peralta visiting Warsaw. And as I said, being supportive with this collaboration to give healthcare services to the Ukrainian refugees. And then you are, the doctors, Ukrainian doctors are totally key to serve these patients, these Ukrainian patients. Well, tell us more about this experience, the experience of this year serving your people.
Well, currently, my main task is helping in communication between doctors and patients. I mostly serve as an interpreter because a lot of patients do not understand the doctor and the doctor has no idea what the patient is trying to explain. So I am there to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel safe, to make sure that they are not afraid to visit the doctor, to say what is wrong. And you would have to see it actually, how much hope they sometimes have, that they say something and they look at us with the hope that I will get the message through and they will receive the assistance that they need. Currently, I am still waiting for a final decision for my permit to be able to practice medicine individually in Poland. But right now, I serve as an assistant in assisting other doctors with Ukrainian patients.
No doubt that you are living and you have living under very, very, very tough circumstances, and many people in Ukraine and for sure here also in Poland, Ukrainian refugees are living very tough moments. What advice do you have for them? What kind of recommendation would you give to them?
First of all, they should never give up. And when they come here, they should definitely start looking for a job immediately. It doesn't need to be something in their profession, but they should start working so that they are self-sufficient. They should assimilate with the society that they chose to join. They should fight for being able to live and work with dignity, be active so that they are not freeloaders. They should be part of the community, of the society that they came to live in. And I think that if we all stick together, then maybe Putin will finally get scared and just stop this whole thing.
Let me just a final question. We are living now, January 1st, 2027, 2028. What would you like that had changed in the world or had changed in your life?
Well, my dream and what I long for is something that I hope will happen much sooner than the date you mentioned. I absolutely long for peace. not just in our area, but I want peace to be everywhere in the world, so that there is no war anywhere. I long for the life that it was before the war. I wish for green fields and flowers on meadows and children who can go to school cheerfully and not hide in basements. I absolutely hope that it's going to happen, and that it's going to happen real soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. It has been a great honor and a great pleasure to be with you. I wish you, all the family, all the best. We will take care of you meanwhile you are in Poland. Thank you so much.
To show my appreciation to Bupa and to LuxMed for all your efforts, and would like to give you as a present something I did myself, handmade embroidered coat of arms of Ukraine, where I also included the word vola, which means freedom, to ensure you that we will not stop fighting.
Thank you so much.